Welcome along to another day, another river in Ireland. I'm out here just for a couple of hours this evening in a new spot. It's not known for its brown trout. There's not many brown trout around here, but we're actually after some sea trout tonight. They can be very elusive fish, so there's a good chance we're going to draw a blank here. As I say, there's not many brown trout around here, maybe a few small ones, so we're hoping to come across a sea trout. It's the middle of June. The river's pretty low, but we did have a little bit of rain over the last couple of days. I'm hoping it might have sent a few sea trout up here. It's a new spot to me, so it's a bit of a reconnaissance mission as well this evening for maybe better days ahead during the season, we hope. But you never know, we could get lucky. So you can see I got in the river here. I've travelled downstream a little bit. I'm just going to cast down into this little pool. It's not that deep, but I'll have a few casts down into it, and then we'll work our way up along the river, hopefully find a couple of deeper pools and maybe a better chance of a sea trout. First time targeting sea trout specifically, so a bit of a learning curve, but I'm told from what I gather gold is a good colour in these kind of overcast conditions, silver for the sunny days, so we're going with a gold with red spots, size 1 to begin with. There we go, we got something on already. Looks like a brown trout. Oh, gone, but at least we got something. Wasn't long. Yeah, I'm told there's not many brown trout in here, but that looked like a brown trout. It was a small sea trout if it was one. With a bit of action already, that's a good sign. I'm just inching down here to be able to get a cleaner cast down there. A few trees to worry about at the back end. Can retrieve very slowly with the fishing downstream. The current will do all the work. Okay, key thing to note when you're looking for the sea trout is that apparently they'll hold out in the deeper pools, so that's what you're looking for. This right in front of me is a little bit shallow, but I think there's a couple of pockets over here to the left, so I'm just going to inch up another little bit and then get a few casts out under the trees on the left hand side there. We'll keep moving up. We won't spend too long, especially in these areas that aren't really big deep pools. If we find a deep pool, we might spend a bit longer there. Stuck. Looks like a nice little spot there where the tree is covering the best of it. We'll get a couple of casts to the left hand side anyway. There we go. Gone again. Little brown trout though. Definitely brown trout, I saw him. up to this plant here in front of me and triangle a few casts from here. Not that deep really here. Maybe it's over the tree that's hanging over the river there. Looks a bit deeper behind that when we get up there. Let's give this a go first, just out of interest. I think I have a little brownie, tiny guy. Wasn't even in the water. Look at the size of him. There we go. About 3 inches. Real natural woodland we're in. I imagine this is what most of Ireland used to be like back 1,000 years ago. Sadly, most of the country is now deforested. Started with the Brits. I wouldn't know the exact time frame. I don't know if it's the 1600s or the 1200s, but they say that they chopped down the Irish forest to build the British Navy. That's where they got the wood for most of their Navy ships that went on to conquer most of the world. So it's sad, but luckily some does remain. So good to be out amongst it. Pretty shallow here, but maybe some spots over on the far side with the trees overhanging. Might be a little bit of depth there. We'll have to try and get in here and get a few casts out. And they're jumping all over the place, little guys. They're probably, I'd imagine, babies from the sea trout. I do believe the sea trout are brown trout when they're babies. They're all born brown trout, and then they just go to the sea to be fed. Or to get big and fat. And that's what we're looking for. Nice fat sea trout. Another one jumping, tiny one. That looks to be the average size in here of the brownies, 3 or 4 inches. So the first two that we hooked, which were further down the river, definitely were up around the 20 centimetres plus. mark, so they do get bigger in here, and the sea trout should be significantly bigger if we come across any. This does not look like an ideal spot. It looks like the whole pool is kind of shallow here. We'll ledge up and get the back of it. Oh, here we go. Brownie, little brownie. He's gone. Set for release, that's alright. So I'm presuming he was a little brownie. Maybe a little bit bigger than the 3-inch guy, he might have been 5 inches. Even here, there's a nice little pocket again. I think this little section would be decent if there was a bit more water, so noted for maybe when we do have some better conditions. You know, all very shallow here. We need a lot more water for it to be worth a cast. I'll just go up as far as the corner here and have a look around, see if there's anything worth fishing. Looks like there's a little bit of depth ahead of us, so we'll give this a go and then we'll turn back, head for home. There we go. There's a bit of depth here, but there is no real flow, so it doesn't look ideal, but I'll give it a couple of casts. Little fish jumping in front of us. Okay. I don't want to wade another bit up there and not be able to get back out quickly and end up being stuck around here in the dark, so I'm going to head back. But nice little reconnaissance mission. Hooked a couple of decent sized brownies early on. I presume they were brownies. Caught a tiny brownie. Hooked another small one that got off. And I saw a lot of them jumping around the place. Tiny 3-inch guys, 3-4-inch guys. So there's plenty of brown trout in here, but maybe they're eventually going to be sea trout. Let me know what you think. Are they small resident brown trout, or are they sea trout that are going to head out to sea eventually? So as I say, it was just a quick run up here to suss it out more than anything. We had a small bit of rain at the weekend here, Friday and Saturday. It's Monday now, so I came down here on the basis maybe a few fish might have come into the system. Maybe if we went further up there might be better spots, but too late today to do that. I think we'll be back here another day after we've had some significant rain, and hopefully we'll be able to find ourselves a sea trout or two. So thanks for joining once again. As I say, not many fish, but absolutely beautiful spot to be out in, a native Irish woodland. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching this far. Thanks to everybody who's been subscribing. It's great to see, really helps the channel. And if you're new here, make sure and do that, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified of the videos as they come out. Be careful here. And other than that, I'll see you again very soon on another river somewhere in Ireland.